What up, what up, what up? We back at Culture Cafe, man. I'm in here in the building with another artist, man, going by the name Dupree, A.K.A. Da
B.I.D.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm ready for that.
You was ready for that
one?
one?
Yeah, I thought I was going to do my whole introduction.
Yo, hey, man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Actually, man, you made it feel very comfortable. We good right here, man. It's cool. I'm excited about this. Sure.
Hey, that's what we here, man. We just here to make artists feel comfortable, get them in here so they can tell us about their music, their art, and whatever else they got planned on. You know what I mean? Music might not be your only talent. You might be doing other things. Yeah. So this is the platform right now to just, say whatever you got to say and let people know.
100.
So tell me, man, like, what's your background? Like, how was your upbringing? You know what I'm saying? To get you into this music thing.
Yeah, well, first off, shout out to my mom. The R, the O, the N, the I, the Y, the one and only, and you know what that is. That's my mom. She actually, the reason why I do all of this, like, man, my mom is a great artist. She's been doing this way before I was even thought of. You know what I mean? She had a little chance to be, she had an opportunity to get it in. She was making a buzz around the streets. She got pregnant with me, so then she low-key chose the mom life instead, but she instilled it in me. And she never really, forced, she wasn't Joe Jackson. Like, she wasn't Joe Jackson. She wasn't Ike Turner. She didn't make me sing the song how she wrote it, but it was cool, though. Nah, my mom, and then plus, man, just really hip-hop is a way to just express yourself in ways that people don't like to hear you. And just talking about it. Everybody think you just talk. Well, if you can go ahead and express yourself through a form of music, art, poetry, whatever, I like that the most. So that's why I turned to music to do it for sure, 100%.
I think most people don't understand that when it comes to hip hop or it comes to rap, excuse me, it's all culture, but it's actually like your life and stuff that you went through.
100.
Like when you hear a lot of people say it's garbage music, it doesn't mean anything. They always rapping about drugs, they always rapping about gangs. It's like, but that's your life. Like this is what we go through. So,
Well, unless it's not their life though. That's the problem.
But then if they lying about it, that's a whole different situation.
That's a problem now because that's exactly where I grew up in the era to where that was the way to express yourself and the way to get the stories out, whether some people call it gang music or it's just letting me know. It's just letting you know what I went through, whether I'm telling you to not go that route or just letting you know. Now a lot of people do it.
Just so they can fit in like it's a trend.
Kashi's in them, no.
Man, bro, we ain't even gonna get on that.
I'm just saying, but that's what he made it okay to just, everybody a gangbanger now.
Nah, I'll pass. I mean, like, most of the time they rapping to get famous, get that money, and get out of that situation.
Yeah, right.
I don't understand why. I guess I can't understand why. It's like, when I moved here from Chicago, I went to clubs and I felt out of place because I was just used to chaos.
Right.
And when I got somewhere that it was there was no gangs involved or people just having a good time, I just felt out of place. I was like, this is not normal to me.
Right.
So when I go home, that's normal because I'm accustomed. I grew up in it. But when I moved here, it was just weird. I was like, people, I ain't got to worry about this. Is the first time I got drunk.
Whoa.
That's the first time I was drunk at like midnight in VIP, bro.
Well, how'd that go?
I don't remember. That was the last time I drank anything.
Oh, you don't drink?
Nah, no. Like special occasions, but not like that, bro. Like I knew I had alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, I actually had alcohol poisoning when I was 14.
You started young, huh?
No, that was the first time I drank. And I didn't, it wasn't cool.
Yo, hey, answer this question though, man. I see a lot of artists talk about it, but has there ever been a time that you felt that you weren't being heard as an artist?
Yeah, I mean, even now, I mean, I got a viewing, but it's not, I don't feel like I'm being heard because I feel like I'm, you know what? And if I say that, I don't want to make no excuses for it. I probably didn't just push out the effort I need to. I ain't put all in the work that's I ain't trusting the whole progress yet.
Okay.
The whole process, I would say, process of progress. But yeah, even right now, I mean, I got as many people around the world, and I appreciate all y'all. You know what I mean? I do support and tune in. Thank you. Keep doing it. I feel like I can still be heard right now, man. I mean, I think the message that I'm putting across isn't getting heard. It's not like my music isn't getting heard.
Just the message.
It's the message because it's deeper than just what you hear when you click on Spotify. So
okay. So what would you say would be your biggest barrier as an artist, and how do you address that barrier?
My biggest barrier is me.
It's like consistency?
Yeah, consistency, man. I mean, So I'm 28. Well, cap. I'm 29. I turned 30 this year in September.
Okay.
So I've been doing this since I was 8. Like, no, I literally wrote my first rap at 8. So I've been just good recently. But so I feel like the barrier is me, I practice the talent, never really practice the work ethic. You know what I mean? So now that's and I got, thanks to actually my bro right here, my partner, he really like, we sat down and was like, he would actually wanted to be a basketball player. But I don't know what. No, but yeah, he put it in us. So like now I think there's no barriers.
Okay.
Now I think that we're gonna achieve it as long as we keep our eye on the prize. So I don't really think there's no barriers.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So have you been doing like, I know since the pandemic, it kind of slowed a lot of people down, but have you done a lot of shows or you planning, or are you booked for any shows now?
So as far as, but no, we just did a couple shows. We did a couple shows last month. Yeah, we just the Talk of the Town last month, and then we did the Next to Rise show. Yeah, we did a couple last month, but right now we just focusing on our content, mostly making sure we generate our fan bases. I mean, like we got a music video tomorrow.
Okay.
So, but I mean, honestly, we done performed all around San Diego. Anybody that know San Diego scene, the street scenes, the Diamond Gyms, the Lydias, the Satin Lounges. I mean, we did all of that, but you know what I mean? But we looking for bigger opportunities, no cap. We trying to make sure we get the visuals and do the social media thing for right now.
Yeah, that's where it's at now. It's just building that social media presence.
For sure.
Where you can get all the followers, you can leverage that to, to bigger opportunities. Speaking of opportunities, have you ever turned an opportunity down?
Yeah, hey, what was that? Damn. That's how you know it wasn't worth it. I don't remember the name. The label that we was gonna sign to a couple years ago, like 5 years ago. I don't know. It was just labeled like 5 years ago though. We was gonna sign to. They came to us after the show and was like owned us, like made us feel like MC Hammer, and then we were like, hey, let's go, they take that. You know what I mean? But either way, we turned it down because my mom was like, just trust me, son. Like talked to all of us and was like, look, just trust me. And it wasn't, the opportunity wasn't good. We wasn't ready. The game would have ate us up.
Yeah.
So
got too big too fast.
Yeah, if it was a good opportunity, if it was, it wouldn't have been beneficial to us as an individual. You know what I mean?
Okay. When it comes to opportunities, are you guys like waiting for people to give you an opportunity, or are you searching for them? Like, how do you search for opportunities?
Then I slide to your DM. And
that's actually a good one, though. You did hit me up, though.
I ain't waiting. He said
I ain't waiting.
I'm about to be 30. Ain't no waiting.
He said I ain't waiting. You did hit me up, so I ain't even mad at that. But that that's a perfect example of like going after what you want.
It's like, I seen it. I appreciated the platform that you was providing through D-Shy.
Yeah.
So I seen his page. That's my guy. So shout out D-Shy. I seen the interview that you did with him on his page. I was like, Look at my nigga.
That's like him, like that. Him and he best friends with Briss Moolah. So they like my brothers. Like I worked with Briss Moolah before anybody in San Diego.
Okay.
So I did like the majority of his music videos, and then then it was basically they like blessed me and was like, "Yo, like you part of the family."
Right.
So then that's when I just started working with everybody. They opened a lot of doors for me.
Yes, sir.
A lot of doors. So that's why when they hit me up, I answer the phone, bro. I don't care what time it is.
Right.
He'd call me and be like, hey, bro, I want to shoot a music video. Where you at? I got my camera in the car. What's up? We can run a gun, or I can write out a treatment for you. We can write out a full script.
Right.
I can get locations. Whatever you want to do, just let me know and we can do it. So that's just how it's been for just pretty much starting with them. And then now I just started branching out and trying to help other artists, to get them an opportunity to be seen and get them quality content instead of, everything being shot on a cell phone or something like that.
Right.
Just trying to get something to look professional that they can actually send to, A&Rs or actual record labels and things like that. And they can actually see y'all.
Yes, sir.
And see that you can articulate and you just don't sound ignorant.
Yeah, that's keep it real. The funny part you mentioned that is because that's really one of my biggest reasons for wanting to do these interviews, because like I said, obviously you've seen songs like Whole Bitch and Busted on things. Yeah. So I seem like I'm just one of the niggas, and I like to get jiggy with it, but that ain't what it's about though. You know what I mean? It's definitely about being a positive representation for my culture, because at the end of the day, I can speak all the positivity, all the Black Lives Matter, all the whatever I want, but it's gonna come to fruition through my actions.
Right.
So, and I definitely want to be able for it to be seen. Everybody around me know the business. Everybody know what I'm about, but I want to put that on a bigger platform for kids who never had a dad like I'd never had, but don't use that as an excuse. We can still be positive African-American men in our community to our children, too. No excuses, hands down, no matter what music. Don't get judged by it. Don't accept no judgment. Just do what you got to do. So that's really why I appreciate platforms like this 100%.
That's all real, bro. 100%. So, like, doing music, so I remember when we was talking, you said you work from home. So, how do you balance, like, live, work? You know what I'm saying? How are you maintaining the two? Because you have a job that you got to take care of your family, and then you trying to become an artist as well. Like, how are you balancing the two? And if you balancing it, is one suffering more than the other?
Completely honest, yeah. Yeah, I'm about to say I live my job, but I mean, literally, we wake up. So my bro right here, we had a full talk. Like, if this is what we want to do, we saved up enough money, but we go work and bust our ass 8 to 10 to 12, 13. I mean, literally, whatever they ask us to do. But the paycheck is okay, but the satisfaction is nowhere. It's not there, period.
Yeah.
So we actually came with agreement to like, man, let's work for us. What's so hard about perfect time during quarantine where they're not even allowing you to go nowhere? Let's set up a foundation and a structure for us to build upon. So then when the world opened back up, we already kind of in the situation getting closer to our dream. So yeah, that's actually been the most amazing experience. But my father life might suffer a little bit from it. You know what I mean? Like I can't really interact as much as possible because we're doing as many shows now. I talk to him every day.
Right.
Seeing them, you know what I mean? But it'll all be good.
That's cool, man. Is every artist has a different way of interacting or building their audience. How do you cultivate your audience?
Well, the easiest way for me is to say I'm happy is just thinking I'm one of the best niggas alive. So when I go out and I perform for myself all the time. When I go into audience, it's for them. It's not really for me because I'm telling you, when I got the shower, I've been at the Grammys a million times in my living room. Like, you know, so I didn't take out of bounds and everything. So
you practicing already because you already know what's gonna happen.
Man, my wave.
You gotta speak it into existence, man. Yeah, words is powerful.
So when I go on stage, I think about what I would want to see. You know what I mean? And then I think one thing that do separate me is I'm not just jumping from song to song, I'm trying to leave you with a whole story mode. So between songs, sometimes you might get a comedy skit. Sometimes you might get just a speech to let you know if it's whatever it is. I'm engage you into it. So you're not just listening to the song. You're like, like, whoa, okay. And that's because it's for you. It's not for me. I want you to talk about that when you leave.
Yeah, you definitely got to catch your audience attention. I mean, since social media, YouTube, TikTok, you got about a good 30 seconds to catch somebody's attention.
Quick.
And if you don't grab it, you know, you missing opportunities, you missing eyes. You know what I mean?
100.
So now that, you know, we've been sitting here talking for a couple minutes, I know that money and fame is not what drives you to make music. So what actually drives you to make music outside of being a positive influence to your culture? But what else is it? There's something else to you that makes you want to do that outside of, you know, your mom, you know, she had an opportunity to be an artist. You know, it just seems like there's a lot more to you that makes you want to do this.
It's my happy place, man. I mean, just like even from problems from deaths to bad relationships to bad grades, everything. It's just a way I can express myself. It's really hard to communicate with people.
Okay.
And it's really hard to get, but the beat never lets me down. It's because the hip hop never lets me down. And I promise you so. When all fails, I got my pen and my pad and I keep my sanity 100%.
Oh, that's deeper than what I thought it was going to be.
Nah, 100%.
I mean, I put it into terms like when, you know, people have anxiety so much, or children that have anxiety, they have sensory rooms.
Right.
So when they go in there, it calms them down. It gives them, you know, a sense of purpose.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So that all makes sense. As far as your career has gone now, do you feel like you've developed all the way, or do you feel like you're still developing?
Oh, yeah, I'm still developed. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, I feel like you don't develop when you become complacent. So I'm not satisfied with where I'm at. So I feel like I have no choice but to get better. I mean, we see it every day. You've seen it from that year to this year. In the music, there's the next year too. I want you to see the whole progression. And my brother helps me. We all learn from each other. So yeah, I ain't nowhere near done. Better.
Yeah, I mean, some people just come in the door and be like, I'm fully developed. And then some people,
It's okay.
But there's some people that are just born like that, and then there's some people that got to work like everybody's not going to be a LeBron James.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a God-given gift. And, everybody's not going to be Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but I mean, we all know they worked hard for it. But I was probably one of those guys that just had friends that was good at basketball.
Right.
And they didn't have to practice at all.
Right.
But I have to practice all the time.
Yeah, 100. That was me. But I was probably that rapper friend that didn't have to practice. But how the hell did you just come with that off the head?
Yeah, like I'll never understand. And then what frustrates me is people that have that talent that waste it.
Yeah. And that's what I was 40 years, though. That's why I don't put nobody down, because I understand the dream is easy. Pursuing is hard.
Right.
So I understand that. I had this dream since forever. It's just coming to get popping now.
The funny thing that you say that is the process is harder, the dream is hard. I had this conversation with my brother the other day, and like there's times where I'm just like, bro, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, because it's so hard to do everything on your own, and then coming up with the money by yourself, finding the financial backing and all that. And I was telling him, like, bro, every day it's something. Like, every day is I'm running into a brick wall. And he was like, you chose that life.
Yeah.
He was like, you're an entrepreneur. He was like, you chose that life. No one talks about the ups and downs. They always talk about after they're finished and all the success that they have now and everything that's good now. But they never talk about how they was homeless for 2-3 years living out their car. They don't never talk about nights that they went without eating and things like that, and just not knowing how you're gonna make it day to day.
Right.
And he put it all in perspective. He was like, you chose that, bro. He was like, you can get a 9-to-5, but he was like, I would feel that you would wither away at that because it would make you happy. He was like, I couldn't do this. Because he's in the military. He was like, because he's an artist too. He's a rapper too.
Okay.
And he also has a record label called Black State University.
Okay. Yeah.
So he was just saying, he was like, I couldn't do what you was doing. He was like, I would have a 9-to-5. He was like, I couldn't be a struggling artist. He's like, I couldn't struggle at nothing. He was like, I would need a backup to pay for what I was trying to do.
Right.
So it put a lot of things in perspective for me at that time, because I was like, I don't want to do this no more, like, at all.
Right.
But having that conversation, I did choose it. So it's like, now I have to be consistent, like you were saying about yourself. Like, it's all consistency.
It's appreciated, though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, anybody who take their career serious understand how important all of these platforms are. So, I mean, to some people, it's just cool. Hey, check it out, shawty. I'm about to be on the, you know what I mean? But I understand. Like, you know what I mean? People hear my music, they don't get to hear me talk like this all the time. The shows we get, 7-minute shows, 12-minute shows, you want to get your music out.
Yeah.
You don't get to, so I appreciate. So, yeah, man, trust me. We appreciate it.
It's all love, bro. Who's your biggest influence outside your mom?
Okay, man. Okay. All right, then.
Outside your mom.
Now the list get wider. Can I start with me?
Yeah, you can start with you.
I was like, start with you. So
they don't have to be artists.
Okay.
It could be anybody.
Because I would say this, Jesus Christ, number one, just because of how he came from nothing to lead thousands of millions of people. So, like, number one, I don't know how cliche that sounds to people, but no matter what, I believe my Lord is always the reason why I have the effort and ambition and even the capability to do anything that I'm doing now. So that's always going to be number one. And then number two, B is going to get to artists. I like Kendrick Lamar. Eminem.
Yeah.
Now, I know that, I swear I'll be watching all type of interviews. I might get crucified.
Bro.
For this, but Eminem, I love Eminem, man.
You got to give him his roses.
You got to, man.
You got to, like
roll him on my shirt.
you got to do it. I mean,
yeah. Eminem, Jay-Z. Man, my top 5 is gonna be the general top 5. Nas. I like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
That was gonna be the next question, so you might as well just get your top 5 influences right now.
Yeah, J.
Greatest
Cole.
of all times.
Ooh, shit. Now you about to, because, okay, let me tell you one fun fact.
Okay.
So I lose my phones, I go through like 4 phones a year. It's so pathetic. So I'll be dying. I'm like, whoever find my phone, if they didn't look at the picture, if they had to like judge who owned it by the playlist, they would think it was a high school white girl. Like, no cap. I listen to Lady Gaga. I be listening to all type of pop music, bro. Like, listen, I barely listen to rap. I love my legends, but no cap. I listen to country, I listen to pop, I listen to rock and roll. I don't know. So
that pop crossover is money.
Yeah, but before I even knew about any of that, I was just into Panic at the Disco or George Michael's and shit. Like I was just into that. Like, and I liked my Nas's, my Tech Nine, and shit. I love it. But so, I lost up Eminem, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Michael Jackson, and me. Because I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know. I'll put me after all the legends, but
ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. This is the last question I got for you, man, because these are some pretty hard ones I had to come up with on the fly.
No, and I appreciate it. I'm ready, right? I'm ready.
You definitely been ready, bro. You definitely been ready. So, what is your ultimate goal in life? Outside of, I mean, because we can say what's your ultimate goal with music. But what is your ultimate goal as a man and then at life? Like, what would be your ultimate goal? What do you see yourself, if you had to pick what you could be right now, who would you be? Describe that person to me.
You didn't send me this one.
I know. I know.
All right. I would just be better. I would just be the best me possible, man. I really don't have a final vision of what I would be, because my expectations change every day, man. You know what I mean? But what I would definitely be, I just want to be positive influence. As always, no matter what it come in. It's comedy. I do want to be a star though, so we can stop all the stupid like positivity always. It's definitely like I want to be a star. I want the dumb one, but I definitely just want to be a good example. That's all I want to do. Lead by be somebody that you've seen start from the bottom and make it to the top. No matter what process, no matter how many times you got knocked back down, no matter how many times somebody who trusted in the process. That's the hardest part right now. Bro, everybody think you can just YouTube your way through life. Like, you know what I mean? They got YouTube how-to videos all day.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work that way. I watched a few of them. It doesn't work.
It don't work. So I just
building an organic audience is not...
That's not how...
I mean, we can buy bots, but...
Man, no, but 100%, because it don't matter what the views say. It's about how many people it actually affects.
Yeah.
Because you can soup up your views, you can soup up all the... But all that is self-help.
Yeah.
Self-confidence for you to see those numbers. But out of those numbers, how many people did you affect? And then out of those people that you affected, how many did you affected the right way or the wrong way?
How many of them commented?
How many of them? Oh, well, I'm going to have to get over that, because I be live like, I got 920 some monthly listeners. I got 2 comments on my picture.
Yeah, bro. I never understood that, but it's once you start building that audience. I mean, because even now there's people that got 70 million, followers, and then they would have 2,000 comments.
Yeah,
like so. Yeah, so it's the algorithms are weird, and it's just hard to.
Dude, I might have to video chat, because I need to actually think about that question again too after this, and I'm gonna have to answer you for real, because that was actually pretty deep, bro. Because I actually, as much as I think deep, I never really thought about that as a whole. I want to be when it's all said and done type shit.
Yeah, that's
pretty deep. I appreciate that question.
It's no problem. I always got to throw one of them in there to just
appreciate
be like,
that, brother.
What the hell? You know what I'm saying? So,
appreciate that. Yes, sir.
But man, I ain't gonna keep you in here, man. I'm super happy that you hit me up and was like, "Hey, man, we gotta work, we gotta collab."
Appreciate you for replying, man.
And my bad again on the I'm apologizing, because it was touch and go. You would hit me up, and then it'd be like 3 days later.
That's good. I feel you. No, it's good. No, I appreciate you actually, but you kept your word though. Honestly, I mean, I'll be talking to a lot of people, and also I gotta work on that too. You know what I mean? I should have stayed in contact whether you was or not. You know what I mean? So. But we all working on, man. This is all a work in progress for us, and ain't no way to go but to the top. Appreciating you for helping us get there, man. This is a stepping stone to our success, 100%. And when I do make it, when I'm interviewed on Sway and them, I'm gonna bring this interview up. This is my first one.
Be like, just shout me out, bro.
I got you. I'm gonna
shout me out.
Never gonna get this one. Never gonna forget it. Sure.
Shit, man. We ain't gonna keep y'all, man. Thanks for coming in and watching the Culture Cafe again, man. We out.
Let's go.